would you create using this new beautiful Climber Flowers die set from Altenew? Today, I've got 2 cards to share with you in my Take 2 with Therese. Hi there, it's Therese, and look at these beautiful flowers from Altenew. It's another layering floral die set, and this is a really pretty one that you can actually use. It's a climber flower set. So 2 flowers, 2 sets of leaves, and lots of colour today. So it's similar to the newer sets that they've been making where you actually die cut the colours at the same time. So the dies are set up that you can actually just run them through your machine once and you've got the correct colour for each layer. So it's a matter of just checking the dies against the pictures and then adding them to the cardstock that you like and running it through your die cutting machine. It's as simple as that. I have chosen 3 colours, including some sort of red, orange and like the rougey colour, and I will list and link all the colours in the description below and also at the blog post, which will also be listed below. I like to use the glue tape from Altenew. I also like to use a matte medium, like a liquid glue, so it's a combination of both. Sometimes I'll even use a double-sided adhesive sheet of paper, but what I do like about the glue tape is that it's quite forgiving. So if I'm not really happy with my placement, I can kind of lift it up and move it about until I've got the edges exactly where I want them. It's the same with the matte medium because it gives you that little bit of rule time before the actual glue sets. But once the glue is set on either of these options, either the glue tape or the matte medium, it holds nice and strong. I'm just showing you here both of the flowers in the set as I'm layering them up. They're really easy to layer. The packaging actually shows you how, and also if you're never sure about what you're doing, you can always head to the Altenew blog, and at the blog where you buy the stamp set, like so if you click on the actual stamp set or die set, I'm saying stamp when I mean die. So where you actually purchase the die set, there is links to the layering guides there as well. Really easy to do. And 2 really pretty flowers. They're actually attached to the leaves, but with the leaves I wanted to create my own coloured cardstock because I didn't have the greens that I wanted, so I've just grabbed some Altenew inks. It's from the Green Valley set and it's a really pretty set, and I've got the ink blending brush. These leaves have a light, a medium and a dark layer, so I needed the 3 layers. Well, I didn't have to, but I wanted to. So when I was actually colouring my cardstock, I did do it in the 3 layers here. What I like about these ink blending tools from Altenew is the speed at which they add ink to the paper, and I'm using Nina cardstock here. In the olden days, before these blending tools, I wouldn't have attempted this. No way. I didn't have the confidence to blend really neatly, and especially on Nina. If I had been, I would have used maybe like a Bristol Smooth or a watercolor cardstock perhaps with these colors, but with this it just blends beautifully. And I'm doing exactly the same thing again here. I'm referring to the packaging to work out which sort of portion of the leaf is going to be the lightest, the medium and the dark. You can change it up. These things aren't set in stone. You can have ombre style, you can use design paper, you can put the dark at the back, the lighter at the front. It's up to you and the look that you want. And you may notice a little bit later in the video that I actually did that with 2 of the flowers. I just changed up the top 2 layers and it does change the look of the final product, and it's a lot of fun. It just gives you a lot of variation. So I'm referring here to the layering portion now and how to layer up the leaves. I did keep these in the same sort of tones that the packaging recommended, like I cut the light one out of the lighter portion of the cardstock that I created, the medium colour and the dark. And I also used a mix of both the glue tape and the matte medium again. Right, so I'm going to create my cards now. I've got a side fold card and I have snipped off about 1 inch from the front of the panel. I probably didn't need to do this, but we'll get to that in a minute. I'm stamping a beautiful word, hello, which is from the Winter Rose stamp set, and I'm using some obsidian black ink. My second card is going to be a top fold card, and the sentiment for this set came from Sincere Greetings. And what I've done here is I've got all my flowers and all my leaves already prepared, and they kind of make little bouquets with some extra leaves as well. If you check out the leaves, there's these 2 little stems that you can attach the flowers to, and I'm going to do that here. But you don't have to do this. You could actually put these flowers wherever you want and kind of mix and match everything, but I thought I'd keep them to sort of how they were intended today. So I wanted these flowers to go like a climbing vine, because it is called the Climber Flowers die set, and I wanted it to look like that. So I wanted it to be climbing along the edge of my card front. And I have got that portion of the card front snipped away, so it does look like it hangs over the edge. But I made sure that I didn't go right over the edge of the side of the card. I didn't want to have to cut any of the flowers or the leaves off on this design. And I just used some really thin foam dots to pop up a couple of the flowers and leaves there. My second design, I've used the filler leaves and decided to actually flip my flowers around this time, so they're kind of hanging down. And a lot of the trumpet flowers do that. And here's where I changed my mind. I was originally going to leave these portions hanging over the back of the card, and then I thought about adding the design paper, which is from the Essential Black and White paper pack, to the back of the card, and in the end I liked it better on the front. So it's actually attached to the front portion of the card. So I might as well have just stuck it on the front of the card without cutting the other bit off at the beginning. But that's okay, you live and learn. And of course I did come in and cut away that portion of the extra cardstock. I wasn't going to do it with my scissors because I thought it might end up crooked. Alright, so hopefully I've given you some inspiration for using these beautiful layered flower dies. If you've got some in your stash that you can play with and recreate these designs, or head to Altenew, and I'll link everything in the description below for both the blog post and for the products that I've used here today. Thanks so much for joining me. I've had such a good time. Click on the like button if you did like the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. Till next time, bye.